Roe v. Wade gave constitutional cover to the elective killing of unborn children in America, period. You think about the implications of that on the economy. We're all struggling here to cover the bases of Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid and all the rest. If we had all those able-bodied workers in the economy, we wouldn't be going upside down and toppling over like this. Listen,
the gentleman,
I will not yield. I will not. Roe was a terrible corruption of America's constitutional jurisprudence.
The new Speaker of the House of Representatives is a religious nutjob who believes that your sister should forfeit her body autonomy so she can be forced to breed able-bodied workmen to feed the economy, making her uterus no different from that of a lady ox. He's a Christian nationalist wet dream. Don't take my word for it. Take it from a Christian nationalist.
This is one of our guys, folks. This man has a biblical worldview. I'm in tears. I'm literally in tears.
You don't know what literally means.
Because it's a moment where we've been praying for this. We've been praying for leaders that have a fear of God, that we know have a foundation of biblical truth. I mean, that's what we want. We just want someone that'll stand for truth. And you got to know truth to do that. This is a moment to stop what you're doing and thank God for this happening.
All right, pause. The new Speaker of the House is Mike Johnson. By the end of this video, I'll give you like 8 super weird cringe things about this guy, and you will share them so that everybody will know that while he looks quite unobjectionable, I mean, look, he looks like his favorite flavor of juice is water. But in reality, this guy is a nightmare. He proves that the Republican Party is completely unhinged, and now MAGA is running Congress. Scary times. Okay, now the proof. He pays money to tell his kid whether he himself watches porn.
So Covenant Eyes is the software that we've been using a long time in our household. It's about $15 a month, $16 a month, something like that. It scans, you obviously opt into it, but it scans all the activity on your phone or your devices, your laptop, tablet, what have you. We do all of it. And then it sends a report to your accountability partner. So my accountability partner right now is Jack, my son.
Please don't say Jack, my son.
Right? And so he's 17. So he and I get a report of all the things that are on our phones or all of our devices once a week. If anything objectionable comes up, your accountability partner gets an immediate notice. I'm proud to tell you my son he's got a clean slate, all right? Yeah. But we...
What an awkward reaction from that dude.
All right, yeah. but we get a report and it says, hey, no activity of concern, and it's really sensitive. It'll pick up almost anything. It looks for keywords, search terms, and also images, and it will send your accountability partner a blurred picture of the image. And so on occasion I get one. I was just looking at the one from this week. I got on Jack, and it said, This is the only one that may be questionable, and it's this blurred image of two women talking in a live screen thing, and I zoom in and I have to unblur it, and it's 2 middle-aged teachers.
Stop, that's your kid. Don't, just stop. Listen, I don't want to know what kind of weird content you and your son are blurring and unblurring. Just, it's too much. And you know what? I have no doubt that this guy does not trip any sensors on some professional porn algorithm software. There is no way this guy masturbates to normal porn. He looks like he beats it to like animal childbirth videos. He looks like he beats it to like someone butchering a lamb. I mean, this guy's not gonna look up 2 middle-aged teachers. He looks like the kind of guy who can't get hard unless he's watching time-lapse videos of animals from the moment they die until they're like completely decomposed maggot food. He looks like the kind of guy whose wife calls him father and they sleep in separate rooms in like Amish outfits. His wife hears weird sounds coming from that room. She's like, "What are you watching, honey?" And he's like, "Planet Earth." And then it checks out, but in reality, he's just feverishly masturbating to that scene where the boa constrictor eats the antelope whole. And he's like, "Oh, thank you, Jesus." Like some sick stuff. I mean, he's the guy who looks like the dude from the church home base whose job it is to relocate priests that molested children from like one parish to another. But he has the gall to lecture other people for being a sexual deviant when in reality, he's like that guy who's the parent at your school who shows up on the first day and looks at everybody's daughter and is like, her legs got very strong this summer. I mean, what he's on record saying is not much different than that. He wrote a bunch of editorials back in the day that have some super horrible vibes. Homosexual relationships are inherently unnatural, and society cannot give its stamp of approval to such a dangerous lifestyle. If we change marriage for this tiny Modern minority? That's weird. Gays have been around forever. The Greeks used to do butt thingies, and they invented Western civilization. We will have to do it for every deviant group, he says. Polygamous, polyamorous, pedophiles, the 3 Ps, really. And others will be next in line to claim equal protection. They already are. There will be no legal basis to deny a bisexual the right to marry a partner of each sex, sounds fun to me, or a person to marry his pet. There he is with the animal stuff. There's his planet Earth fetish. This guy, who totally just reeks of being that dude who wants to smell your socks before you wash them, literally thinks that gays are gonna end democracy. I'm not just making that up. This guy, after the Super Bowl halftime show where like America almost saw Janet Jackson's nipple, he wrote, "If you were shocked by the moral lapses at the Super Bowl, you ain't seen nothing yet. Experts project that homosexual marriage is the dark harbinger of chaos and ding, 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 sexual anarchy that could doom even the strongest republic." Where else have you heard that? From sensible minds on the right? No. You've heard it here.
They want to see America completely obliterated, where you live in sexual anarchy.
I don't know what's creepier, those words or the fact that Charlie Kirk looks like this when he says them.
Sexual anarchy.
But it's nuts. He says that homosexuality is a threat to the republic, even though one of the defining factors of this guy is that he tried to help overturn the 2020 election, i.e. democracy in this republic, and asked how he would govern and what kind of laws he would pass. He said this.
I am a Bible-believing Christian. Someone asked me today in the media, they said, it's curious, people are curious, what does Mike Johnson think about any issue under the sun? I said, well, go pick up a Bible off your shelf and read it. That's my worldview.
Sounds awesome. Can't wait for an America where we can induce an abortion if we think our wife cheated on us. And if we think the world's gotten too sinful, we just flood the whole thing. But we save the animals so this guy can get his rocks off watching them give birth. All right, that's it. Speaking of animals, this is John's dog while he's in New York. John Idarola. Watch the damage report. My name's Brett. And if you want to watch animals give birth, go to this video that I made several years ago.
Is that a giraffe in your giraffe, or are you just happy to see me?
You know, why not? Thanks for sticking around.